By this point, you've started organizing your 1099 contacts into groups, you started creating the 1099 rules, and now we're ready to review the reports for accuracy before we start filing any of those 1099 reports. So in the last video, we started creating some of these rules, if you'll recall. Let's go ahead and save and review that report. Xero has a disclaimer for us at the top that says, if you have any transactions recorded with manual journals or transactions with sales tax, you may need to adjust your 1099 report. If you need more information about that, I'm going to link that article down in the module below. But let's take a look at some of this information here. So those rules that we created before are now being populated into this report. So based on the rules that were created in the last video, Xero has identified some 1099 vendors that may be eligible for 1099 filing this year. So that included Carlton Functions, Central Copiers, and Hoyt Productions. They also automatically excluded Xero for us because in this case, their total amount was $58, which is underneath the 1099 reporting threshold. Now you'll also see that under the filing details column that there's some W-9 information missing. So this is something that we'll want to follow up with this contact for, grab that information, enter it into Xero, and then from Xero we can then file using an e-filing service to just really expedite the process so you're not having to print forms, stuff them into envelopes, and then mail them out manually. Now, other things to note here, you'll see the federal tax classification if you fill that out. You'll also notice the reported as. Most of these are box number 1, non-employee compensation. And under the 1099 miscellaneous form, we do have a rent payment from Truxton or to Truxton Property Management, and that's going to be reported under the rents box. Now from here, what you're going to want to do is just review these vendors individually. So let's click on Carlton Functions. We'll see some of that contact information at the top. And then here is where you'll have the opportunity to either include or exclude certain transactions. We have a payment to this contact. It was coded to cost of goods sold, but it was reported as non-employee compensation. So if we've determined that this transaction should not be included, then we just simply uncheck that box, and then we can now save and exit. You also see that Xero has noted this now that the reported payments do not meet the threshold for this box. And so what you'll see is that Carlton Functions will now move from 1099 NAC down to excluded because they don't meet that threshold. Let's take a look at another example by going into Hoyt Productions. Now we don't have any examples here of miscellaneous transactions for this contact or excluded credit card transactions. So if we by chance paid this vendor via credit card or Stripe or PayPal, those payment processors are responsible for filing 1099-Ks for this vendor, and is the reason why that you do not need to submit your own 1099 that includes those payments already been accounted for, which is why you don't have to. So everything here looks good. Let's click Save and Exit. And you'll want to continue to do the same for each and every vendor or contact that's listed on this page. Go through, make sure that the transactions that have been reported by Xero are actually accurate. If you ever do need to go back and edit the rules that you've created, you can click Edit Rules at the top here, either adjust the rules that you've already created or add in new rules. Additionally, you can export this information to a CSV and work with this information in a spreadsheet if that's easier for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at what this might look like if you export the data to a spreadsheet. So here is what the CSV file looks like. You have the two 1099 contacts, Central Copiers and Hoyt Productions. You won't get the transaction level detail with this, so it's best reviewed directly within Xero. And that's it. Once you have reviewed all of your 1099s, you've collected all of your W-9s and entered in any missing information, you can select an e-filing app. Xero partners with 1099 Smart File for e-filing, but there are other e-filing apps that work with this as well. And essentially we'll take the information from Xero and push it across to these e-filing apps so you're not having to duplicate contact details on the other side. And this is really just going to speed up your 1099 filing process.